Brett's been here every single night, so you know what to expect. Let's give it up for Brett.
Bethany and Brandy.
Do what you gotta do, man.
See, growing up was hard for Suzanne. She didn't have a plan after her mother was forced to be the man. But the mother couldn't stay. She had better things to do, like work 2 jobs a day and get high just to make it through. She never saw the daughter, what was left of her, only the after effects of what the drugs would render her. She quit the first job, got fired from the next. She didn't have a diploma, so she resorted to selling sex. She needed to get her addictions to feed the kids somehow. Had to choose between the two, so she packed up and left town. It's easy now to leave your burdens on the young, but it's like burning your tongue and tasting that morning sun. So Suzanne grabs her bags and goes to live with her father. Well, she found him on a noose, hanging on a tree by that water. No family or friends that could possibly take her in. The mother OD'd on just a little bit too much heroin. Is better when you have someone to support you. But she's only 14, can't work legally enough to make it through. She felt old for those adoption agencies, so she skipped town to learn from her family vacancies. She's a suicide princess, a mistress of distress. She needs to rest, her chest pounds with the test. Instead she resets and resorts to loose leaf crime, tying her pain to paper planes she's flying. She keeps a journal of all her head messes, the stresses of life that left the family with no witnesses. She's a businesswoman now, works at a firm with people that listen to her body language more than her words. She's a 28-year-old that's going at 40, a body of a young mother and a mind full of forgotten stories. She married the first man that didn't want her for her dignity, that affair with divinity after his kid turned 3. It's the same predicament that she's accustomed to. Her parents left for their sins. He left because he wanted to. And now she dates losers. She thinks she don't deserve better. Most likely she ends up releasing her pain in the form of person that is persevering in weather. It's no fun for anyone, especially when it involves her 5-year-old son. But instead of picking up to run, she finds comfort in her poems. Finds it much more scary to be alone in her home, but she's alone in her dome with no one to talk to. No one to shed any light on her abandonment issues. And the tissues aren't enough to keep the rivers from flowing. And when the waterworks start, her vulnerability starts showing. And the guys are knowing they can take advantage of what they notice, and emotions are high. The stress starts to settle within her heart now. This isn't the type of place to raise a child in, is it? Nah. She wants to grab the suitcase, wants to tie the shoelaces, wants to imagine her and her son in a much happier place, but it's a waste of time to think about fantasy land. She's doing what she can, even without a man. And each time she revisits these thoughts directly, she remembers her mom's recipe, she discards it correctly. She doesn't need a man to hold tight and snuggle. She's got a younger man. She's got a younger man putting together the pieces to her blank puzzle. Thank you.